Small children sure do taste good. Oh, g'day mate. I just wanted to let you know that Halloween's coming up soon. And to prepare and scare away those evil spirits, I thought I'd make this really spooky but cool nightlight. Isn't that awesome? Don't you think that was pretty cool? Alright, let's get started. But first off, we're going to want to learn how to alter this tea light candle. Off to you, Mike.
Let's quickly modify this tea light. First, pull apart the LED base, pull the battery out, and bend this tab so that you can pull the LED out. Then we're going to need some insulated wire, some extra wire, some heat shrink, and the base. Now I'm going to use the wire strippers to strip both ends of the wire. You're going to need to solder both ends. Make sure the soldering iron is really hot. Add some solder to the ends. Now we're going to add some heat shrink to the wires so that positive and negatives don't touch. We're going to add the last bit of heat shrink just to tighten it all together. Now we're going to have to put the bend back into the LED wire and add it back to the base. Test to see if it's going to work. Now back to Fiona.
Thanks for making that awesome light and this wooden base for me, Mike. Alright, we're going to get started with some of this ultralight Sculpey clay. I've got a little wood piece here cut out so that when we put the tea light in it fits. We just want to coat it in some baby powder so that the clay won't stick to the wood when we use it as a support in the oven. Alright, now cover your base with some liquid Sculpey. I just got a piece of paper here so I can put the base on there while we work on it. Alright, grab that clay and you'll just want to start making a little cover for your tea light on the base. You do not have to be fancy here at all. Next you want to grab some of your brown clay. We're just going to start adding some colour, just apply it to the whole base. Cover up that white clay. I've got an assortment of little trinkets and crystals and witchy doodahs. You can just put whatever you like into your base. Next we'll grab our green clay. I've got a couple of dark autumny green colours here. Just sporadically chuck it all over the base. Now come in with your pointy tools. It doesn't matter what you choose to use. You just want to create a kind of grassy texture. Add in some more details. I've got some more precious stones here. You can pull out your little wooden cork. I've got a little glass tube here that I'll be using to help make sure that we've got enough room for our tea light wire. Grab some aluminum foil, scrunch him up, and we just want to apply it around that glass tube to get the shape for our mushroom. When you're happy with that, we're going to move on to some pan pastels, and we're just going to shade over the base to give it a more natural look. Then you'll want to bake that in the oven, just 130 degrees Celsius or 275 degrees Fahrenheit. The next step is to start decorating the base of our mushroom. Now I'm going to go for a haunted tree kind of vibe. So grab some strands of brown clay, roll them into little sausages and start applying them to the foil. When that's done, grab your silicone tip tool and you'll just want to blend in all the edges. Okay, when you're happy with the details on that, you can put it aside and then we'll start working on the little details like the books and such. Here I'm I'm just making a cover for a little book, I just grab a tool, doesn't matter what, just rough up the edges of your pages so it looks nice and antique. And you can start layering them. Add a little bookmark for that special final touch. This is another little book. This time it's going to be closed, and these are a lot easier to make. You can texture the outside cover of your book with whatever you like. I'm just going to adorn the cover with a jewel, an extra witchy jewel. Okay, now we're going to work on some little magic scrolls. We do the same thing as we did with the pages, except this time we're rolling them. And we're also going to make little wax seals. Of course, you can't have a Halloween base without some pumpkins. So just roll out some orange clay, push it down, and grab a needle tool or a ruler and just put some lines and creases down the sides. And I fiddle with this quite a lot. Alright guys, I'm happy with that. Or am I? Okay, time to shade it in. So we've got the pan pastels again. We're going to dirty up those pages and those scrolls. Dirty up those juicy little pumpkins. And we're going to attach it all to the base with the liquid Sculpey. Naturally, I couldn't really remember where everything went, so this also took a little bit of fiddling. Now that that's done, we're going to make some glow-in-the-dark candles. So grab your glow-in-the-dark clay, roll it into a little cylinder. I just like to massage a little hole in the top there, make it look all drippy and waxy. Gotta add one to the pumpkin. Alright, now to make them look like candles, we just put in a little bit of black wire, just push it in through the top. Okay, now we're going to do some of the last detailing. Here we're just adding the tops to the pumpkins, some vines. And finally some leaves. I find leaves and things to be a real good filler when you're doing a little diorama. I've got these really cool little metal skull-shaped jewelry beads, I guess, and I just decided to add them in at the last minute. Now back with your pan pastels and some green shades to tie those leaves in with the rest of the bake. And you want to pop it in the oven. Okay, next we'll want to do the mushroom top, so grab your aluminum foil, scrunch it into the shape of a mushroom. When you're happy with that, grab your baby powder, give it a little magical sprinkle. This will stop the clay from sticking to it. Now I'm using a translucent coloured clay here. This is so the light will shine through it. And you'll just want to gently massage it onto the foil and shape it. When you're happy with that, pop it in the oven for 10-15 minutes. Let it cool and you can start peeling out the foil. The second layer of the mushroom is going to be in a non-translucent clay. I just picked a darker orange for this one. Grab an assortment of cutters or whatever you really like, and I just did a whole bunch of circular patterns here. This is so the tea light can shine through. Alright, now for the tricky part. Not only will the light shine through those little circular parts, it's gonna shine through underneath. So I decided to do a spiderweb pattern in glow-in-the-dark clay. happy with your little spider web, don't forget to put some bacon bond around the outside of the inside of your mushroom lid and on the top of your little diorama. I've got a little glass jar bulb cover. I'm going to use that on top of the little mushroom stem here. Now gently pick up your spider web and you'll want to start fitting it into the bottom of the mushroom. It'll take a little bit of, finicky pushing around, but you'll get there and it'll look sweet. So attach it to the top of your shroom. Once you're happy with that, pop it in the oven for the last time.
Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something new this time. But until next time, I got a meal to finish. Goodbye.